Yeah, I also hope that this is going to be good. I have a feeling that it's going to be super fucking dull, but I was wrong. I was wrong about the Truth Seekers interview. I was like, oh, this is going to be a bunch of bullshit and just a fluff piece and, end the stream. He's too pilled out to be on Smark, guys. Well, it's a good possibility. But we'll wait and see. The guy isn't even live yet, so... we'll have to... and I don't even know if this guy's gonna be ready right at 10 o'clock, Does this guy have his shit together? I pray Ralph has hit the bottle and we are blessed. It would be awesome to see Ralph say something that gets in trouble. I kind of feel like he's been, like, warned, DSP's in the kick chat. I saw him say something. Someone said with Ralph being banned on YouTube, DSP could get his channel taken down for having him on since it's against terms of service, but I don't know if it's true. I don't know if that's true either. Because it's not like, like the guy who's been banned from YouTube doesn't have, like he's on somebody else's YouTube channel. You heard he's been drinking? Oh, like, was he streaming? Was he streaming on Kick, like, before this? Victoria, what's going on? And big ups, everybody. I'm running very late. I meant to be up earlier and get some clips and get ready. I'm just letting you know right now, if all of a sudden Phil shows up and he's like, yeah, this guy can't do the show, I'm out. I'm not going to watch this guy for fucking 3 hours beg for $100 to open a fucking pack of wrestling cards. He's banned on everything but Rumble. Oh, Christ. Well, I'm not exactly sure. I have no idea why Phil thinks this would be a good idea. If this, if this guy's like this, like fucked up and everything. The next person Phil should get is Johnny Smalley. I don't know about that. hear Ralph is loaded. Well, I'm not surprised that it hasn't started on time. There's something going on. Either Grandpa isn't ready, tech issues, you know. This other dude's being a fucking schlub or whatever. Oh, Jerry, I appreciate you. I want this to be a disaster, but not like a total disaster, you know? Like, Xannies aren't like liquor. You don't get to choose when to sober up. You want a slow burn. I'm gonna be kind of disappointed if this dude like fucking just, like if this whole thing just goes fucking tits up in like 15 minutes. I'm gonna be like, what the fuck? Like, why did we even waste studio time on this? No, I don't watch that. I don't know where he streams or what he does or anything like that. So I have no idea. I don't think he said anything in his chat. I spend so much time listening to Phil, I don't have much time for the other lol cows. He streams on Rumble. Ah. Ralph legit took about 5 Xannies about 2 hours ago on the stream. Jesus Christ. But he must have been coherent enough at some point to have a conversation or two with Philipper. So surely at some point he had his shit together enough to do this. It might be it's gonna be a tough watch for sure if there's nothing to fucking watch. I was gonna have a big old thing about how, like, I'm sorry that, like, I wasn't, I meant to be up and streaming at, like, about 9:15 my time, you know, 9:30, you know, like about 45 minutes, half hour ago, I meant to be up and ready to go and everything, and I wasn't, and now I'm glad honestly, I'm glad I wasn't here any longer. We could have watched, like, I don't even know now. It's like, do we pull up some stupid clips? I don't want to get too deep into something else, though. Plus, I'm kind of waiting to see if he hangs out and says something. What's going on, everybody? Big ups. We're waiting. How late is he? Well, he said 7 o'clock. So really right now only 5 minutes, which is not, you know, not super crazy for him, but but he has a guest, you know, supposedly. I'm gonna lay in bed. If the stream gets boring enough, it might put me to sleep. Yeah, the chat is, I am live. I don't have skip juice, obviously. I'm not pausing it. Oh, we got a slideshow. Okay. And I have the volume down right now because it's just music, so once we actually get something going on here, well, the audio will go back. Right. Are there still daily videos going up on Throwback? I'm gonna go on ahead and exta-gout that. This is music that I believe Raw Phil plays. Oh. I'm sorry, I usually try to spare you from it.
All right, hold on one second, everyone. And good evening, everyone, and welcome to a very special edition of Smark Guys. Today is March 27th, 2025. I'm DSP, and with me, for the first time ever, ladies and gentlemen, a man who needs absolutely no introduction. A man who is the first person to jump on the chance to be one of the upcoming 3 co-hosts that I'm going to have over the next few weeks leading on the road to WrestleMania here on the Smart Guys Show. Ladies and gentlemen, here with me live tonight is Ethan Ralph. Ethan, how are you tonight?
I'm doing great, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'd like to thank you for being on the show and for being a professional about it. You were very eager because a couple weeks ago, as everyone knows, I gave the former host of this show the boot for very good reason. And
He weighs
Yeah, sure. He gave the former host the boot. Okie dokie.
a lot more than me, by the way. He weighs 800 pounds. You know, I'm down to 175. So I apologize. Maybe, some people are shocked by the weight differential in between there. But yeah, you gave him the boot, and it seemed like to me that made him the most angry that you actually cut him.
Is this guy always like this? Is this his cadence? Like on camera and on stream? Just kind of like loafing around a little bit? Is this the way this guy always is?
Him on first. I don't know. That's just my opinion. You can weigh in if you want.
there are
but,
people who like to feel like they're in positions of power, and when they have the rug pulled out from under them because they thought they were in power, that's truly when things snap for them. And that's exactly what happened. That's why the reaction happened the way that it did. That's why that they're going so hard on me, because they realize that I took control of the situation, which they don't like, and they can't handle it. But anyway, after his behavior, not only on this show, but on his own show, I gave him the boot, and I didn't really know what to do with this show because this was a co-op commentary show. I could do it myself. Everyone knows that I can run a ship. I've done it for 17 years, pretty much solo, but co-op commentary is always better than just one person yapping. And I thought, maybe I will entertain having some co-hosts. And then
You're going to have to shut the fuck up at some point and, for the love of God, let this guy talk, or I think he's going to fall asleep.
you spoke up. In fact, before I even had publicly announced that I was looking for co-hosts, you threw your hat into the ring with a post over on X. Now, I'm curious, Ethan, why was it that you were so eager to jump in and make yourself a candidate?
Well, for one, first off, I hate Ashton Parks. I mean, let's just be real. I think he's a scumbag, and he always has been a scumbag his whole.
Oh, so when you found out that this asshole and Kino Casino were breaking up, you fucking busted a nut and couldn't wait to get over here quick enough. I'm just trying to figure out What's going on? Okay, guy, I see you.
Whole career is built off a lie off me getting him kicked out of his church, which never happened, by the way.
Huh.
He's admitted that never happened. So like I have a personal grudge. Like I don't want to sit here and lie in front. But also I feel like, and this is gonna not win me any friends, by the way. But I feel like you get a bad rap, honestly. Like, I can understand people hating me a lot more than they hate you, right? It's like, what has Phil really done to earn this level of just psychotic? Let's hack into allegedly hack into his accounts. Let's fuck with his life. Let's attack his wife. Let's try to fuck up his relationships and do all this. I feel like it's always been unfair. You've never made anyone support you. Of course, the king of hate. You know, I've watched your show a lot recently, and
Oh, so he found a ball sucker. I see. Okay.
I'm envious of the king of hate title. I want that title, honestly. The king of hate title. I love that. Now, but I know you have tried to go in a different
Jesus Christ. Ugh, did he buy you dinner first?
direction, and I don't want to be that guy anymore, and I want to be more positive and this and that. I want to be the king of hate. That's what I want to be. And so I was a little jealous of that too, but it's also like, what has this guy really done to deserve this type of enmity from like people who have no lives? They're complete fucking losers. They stalk your every move. You know, sure, every once in a while you talk trash to like
I'm not the one under the influence right now. Please tell me how I'm a loser. I'm sorry. I'm coherent right now.
a weirdo in chat or whatever, but like
Ethan Ralph, everybody.
what have you really done to deserve what they give you? That's my opinion. I've always said that for years and years. Now, we did have that one little beef when you went on the casino because, you know, they were trying to set us up against each other. And now I saw it very quickly because I was like, oh, they just want their content. They want us to fight. And so they can make their own money. And I was like, all right, whatever. And I just left it alone. But I've never had any problem with you. And so I was eager to have this coalition, not even coalition, but just I won't say clash, but commiseration happen here on stream. And so, you know, when I saw the position was open because 800
The only thing I know about this dude is what like most people have told me, which is that this guy's like a grade A piece of shit. So
pound Ashton Parks can't fucking walk further than 20 feet at a distance. And he was really angry when you cut him off. And so, you know, he was born in 1996. I was born in 1985. I hate to give my age away, but I lived through the Attitude Era, through the great times of wrestling, and I know I won't say all the history of wrestling, but a lot of it. And so this guy's a poser and a freak and a fraud. And so I thought, maybe this is my ego, I don't know, that I would be a good fill-in for him.
Well, here's the truth, Ethan, is that I have been doing this for 17 years, and I've seen it all. I've seen the highs and lows. I've seen YouTube change over the years and become a completely different thing today than it ever was back in the day. I can easily do drama content. I'm good at it. If I get pissed at someone, I could easily tear them a new asshole. It's not a big deal. But to me, that's like, I just don't like that content. And everyone's different.
that's why you ran over to Keno Casino, kicking up your heels. You couldn't wait to shit on Rich. Okay.
Maybe you like that content. I know those guys like that content. And that's fine. If people like that style of content, more power to you to enjoy it. But the problem with the situation was that they were actually trying to control me and turn me into something that they knew I didn't want to be. Told them time and again, I'll be a part of your show. We can do some drama, but I don't want that to be the end all be all of who I am. I've been doing this for 17 years. I have a fan base of thousands of people who like me for gaming, for podcasting, for chill vibes, not because I'm some hateful guy who's, you know, arguing with people constantly on the internet. They didn't want to hear that because all they know how to do is make drama. So when I basically said enough is enough.
Silly question. Does he wear the glasses so that we won't know when he falls asleep until he snores, or?
No more drama. They didn't like that, and that was the end of it because I decided to end it. So, yeah, I do think that's why it blew up the way it did. But as you've seen in my content, I really don't care about those guys. I'm not watching their stuff. I don't even know what they're saying or doing in regards to me. I don't give a
You're absolutely watching their stuff, but okay.
shit. And I'm happy that there are people who are excited to be part of positive content. For example, we've got you this week. We do have 2 other guests lined up for the next 2 weeks leading up to WrestleMania. People who are very interested in actually doing legit wrestling commentary. And that's a good thing. Now, what we should do is actually talk a little bit about you and your history
God, is the fucking guy on the right gonna be the more upbeat one this evening? Fuck me,
with
man.
wrestling, because some people are under the impression the only reason that you were interested in being on this show was drama. But that couldn't be further from the truth.
Totally false. I put out some pictures, obviously. I have a picture of me with the Macho Man when I was 12 years old. I don't know if you saw that. Kevin Steen, they call him Kevin Owens now. The Briscoe brothers, RIP to one of those guys. Tanahashi live at the Hilton Hotel, which is pretty famous there on the Avenue of Americas. WrestleCon 2019. I went to WrestleMania 35.
The problem is DSP has no idea how to take an L. He's taken plenty of them, but like just to actually take one and just let it go.
I've been to probably, I would say about 100 or 150 live wrestling shows in my life.
Holy shit.
Yeah, a lot. And so, of it is, fuck this guy, right? But like, not you, him. But the other part is, no, I actually am kind of built for this, right? And so, when I hear his takes, and
Christ, I'm sorry, I had to wake up. This is so dull. I thought I actually like fell asleep and was dreaming this kind of boredom. Toy Stan, thank you for the 5. Ralph wears glasses because the first time he got beat in Portugal, they shattered his orbital bone and his eye got fucked up. Oh. Okay, so we're like hiding like some Quasimodo shit up behind a mask or something. Okay, I got it.
I didn't listen to a lot, I'm not gonna lie, but like what I did hear just sounded like a fat, overgrown baby who doesn't understand the business whatsoever and never drew a dime. To use a term from Mike Graham, who maybe some of the old heads will understand here in the chat. And so, yeah, I think I'm perfectly fit for that. Shout out to Jade Rasmussen as well. I've seen him in your chat. So, I thought I would be a good fill-in. And again, who knows? Maybe you like next week's guy or the week after more or whatever. Like I won't hold it against you or anything like that.
In truth, but the whole idea for the show that I had was that it was going to be going from the Royal Rumble, well, actually to the relaunch of Raw, which happened back in January on Netflix, through WrestleMania. And I really wanted to see me coming back to pro wrestling after being away from it for so long, because I hadn't done this show in a decade. Who knows if my viewer base for this has gone, which a lot of them have. When you're not talking about something for a long time, those people tend to move on and probably went to watch other people who were doing wrestling podcasts and stuff. But it was an experiment. It was always going to be an experiment through WrestleMania to see how it goes. So what I'd like to
apparently everything with this guy is just an experiment. Him reaching out to Kino and him not begging and him this and that is just all these experiments. So thanks for the 2, honey. He takes the L, thinks it's a funny half of a dub.
do is give you and the next 2 hosts on a shot. Let's see how it goes. Let's see who clicks, who doesn't. And if I decide to extend the show and we say, hey, you know what? It went well. Let's keep it going through WrestleMania. Then I'll talk to all of you guys about maybe coming back. It might actually be a rotating group as well, where it's not always the same person, but we have a rotating group of co-hosts who come on from time to time for interesting events and things. I think that could be good too, depending on how it goes. So just so there's no misconceptions.
and I give you all props for giving me the first shot here. And I was born in Memphis, Tennessee. Lived across the bridge in West Memphis, Arkansas. For those who don't,
vicinity? What the fuck is a vicinity? You mean vicinity? Oh, Christ. There's another one who doesn't know how to speak the language he's been speaking for 40 fucking years.
don't know the
How long for them to talk about wrestling? They gotta stop fucking sucking each other off
territory
first.
system. We could go into wrestling if we want.
Way back in the day.
But basically, the last territory system, this territory that stood was Memphis, Tennessee. And so that's where I'm from. Jerry the King Lawler, you know, Jeff Jarrett, Jerry.
Geez, I thought my voice had vocal fry, and it does. I have a very raspy tone, but Christ, this is almost a little bit daunting. I'm gonna give it a little bit more time. I'm gonna see, but I don't know. I don't have high hopes for this.
Jerry Jarrett, Bill Dundee, all these people. That's where I'm from. So I have a really deep history with wrestling that some faker from Canada will never have. So I mean,
Okay, so to make it clear how the show is going to work, everyone, because we got the chats are going crazy. It's this simple. All right, we are going to be doing wrestling commentary. I'm not going to let people derail the show because tonight, of course, people are going to be trying to derail the show. Yes, obviously, if you like the content, please support it. You can support it on YouTube with super chats or memberships. You can support it over on Kick with subs, or you could tip on either service is available. And I'm going to be reading out contributions only if they're pertinent, positive, and have nothing to do with trying to hate on whoever the host happens to be that week, because I know for a fact that there's going to be people trying to crap on the host and everything. I'm not going to do that. I'm not playing that game. This is not the Ethan Ralph shooting gallery where you think that you're going to get one over on him because he's on the show.
Oh, War Dog Leader, I appreciate you. Good to see you back again, too.
He's a guest and a co-host, and we treat him with respect for giving us our time, and therefore we don't tear the guy a new butthole. That's ridiculous, all right? In addition to that, we still are doing
You'll only tear him a new butthole if he says anything bad about you, right? Okay.
Promotion where for every $100 that I raise on the show, we're going to do a live opening of one of these WWE.
Mr. Killface, it's funny you should ask how many Bagments tonight. We've got our first one right here.
Topps Chrome packs of cards, and I still have apparently a rare chase card in this box to open at some point. So that's also in the running. And what we'll do, let's open up the show with some shout outs. Again, I guarantee you half these people who contributed are probably going to be nasty and negative, but I'm going to skip over them. Sure.
But you know what? I'm not as good at hyping as,
Clearly you're not as good at Ashton as hyping, but that's all right. We'll see how this goes. We'll have to leave the hype man tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is the dwonky little fellow on the right. So we'll see how this goes. Riker, thanks for the 5, honey. Phil took years to ban Derek and willing to associate with people like Ethan, Ralph, and Mersh. Total 220. I agree. Let's get some 220s in the chat.
PPP, right? Like, I'm not like, hey, give me the subs. But you know what? If you'd like to see me on this show, if you'd like to see somebody who knows wrestling in and out, who's been a 35-year fan of wrestling from Memphis, Tennessee, who was at St. Valentine's Day Massacre in 97, who was at the riot in Memphis in late, 96, I believe, who was that?
We're all here to see if this is a shit show, bro. That's what everybody's here for.
WrestleMania 35, who was at so many Nitros, Ring of Honor.
I don't think he's thinking, what did I get myself into? This dude clearly likes attention and can't help himself. I think this fucking idiot is happier than a pig in shit.
I mean, the WrestleMania 35 itself, New Japan and Madison Square Garden. The list goes on and on. Like, I don't have to fake the deal. I know wrestling. And so if you want somebody who knows wrestling, vote me, I guess, and give Phil your money so we can open some packs.
There you go. All right, let's start because we got a whole bunch of shout outs to do to open the show. We start with Ice Mexican, $5 super chat. And the starfish send his regards, Suffa. I don't know what that means. I apologize. I'm going to have so many things I don't understand what the hell people are talking about tonight.
Do you want to explain to you what that means?
If you know what it means, sure. I hope it's not insulting to you.
It means that Ashton Parks, who weighs 800 pounds and can only walk 20 feet at a time, he spread his butthole, I'll say, since we're
great.
on YouTube. He spread his butthole live New Year's 2018. He spread his butthole on a site called stream.me. Some of the new people might not know this, but he did that. I'm not sure why he did that, but he did do that, and the picture is out there. He spread his butthole, and then he got mad because I wouldn't have him as part of my show, and then he lied and said, this is true, by the way, Phil. I'm not making this up.
I believe you. I believe you.
He said that I got him kicked out of his church because I reported him to his church for spreading his butthole on air, which I didn't do. And if you actually know where his church is, which I do, it's actually just like one of his family members' houses. So it's not even a real church. Like the church is not even real in the first place. So like I mean, you know, it's a church, quote unquote, right? I mean, any house of worship, I guess you could count it as a church.
Are you
but,
are you insinuating that PPP would lie about something, Ethan?
I
Is that
know,
what you said?
shocking. I know, shocking that his whole career is based on a lie, but you know, a lot of people believe that, and it did not
Wow.
happen. I was so busy, like I would not even dare. I thought it was funny when he did what he did. Honestly, now it was weird. You know, I don't
Yikes.
understand
All
why he
right.
did that.
Thank you
but-
to Slayer. Re-upped his membership tonight. So thank you to Slayer for re-upping your membership. We have a Lester.
Phil just decided he was done with that. Just decided to just cut him off and keep going.
With a $2 super chat. Two Gamergate OGs are now sharing the stage. I actually skipped Gamergate, and I was on YouTube during that time, and everyone was going crazy about Gamergate, and I was like, there's just so much bullshit going on. I just don't want to be involved in it, and everyone kept trying to get me involved, and I literally stepped back. I just want to play games, man. I didn't want to get involved in that at all. So you could call me a Gamergate OG, but I had nothing to do with that. Nichols with a $20 super chat. I'm a big fan of Smark guys since the early days, and I wanted to show some support tonight. Thank you so much, Nichols. That is a very generous super chat there. Get that up on the leaderboard. We've got Chad with a $2 super chat, and he says something insulting, so I'll just ignore it. We've got Lester with another $5 super chat. Now let's see. He says, 2 questions I have for Ralph to open the show. Number 1, what is his all-time favorite shoe?
Cat is downstairs DMing Tevin and LTG. Hey, listen. I think at this point, with these two assholes sitting here, I wouldn't mind DMing Tevin and LTG. Like, I'm just saying what it is. War Dog, thanks for the 2. DSP calling out people for lying. Pot, kettle, Phil.
And the other one. I don't know if I want to read the second one. Let's do the first one. What is your all-time favorite shoe?
Well, it depends on whether you consider the Montreal Screwjob a shoot or a work.
It's probably half and half, really, right?
Some people say that was a work. I would say Bookerman from Brian Pillman would have to be up there. Also, even though I hate Vince Russo, the shoot there was pretty awesome as well with Hogan at I think it was Bash at the Beach. But favorite shoot, I mean, it would probably have to be the Montreal Screwjob if you consider that a shoot. And also, I have to run outside just for 1 second.
Oh, no problem.
What was the second part of that question?
The second part might be an insult at you. I don't know, but we can.
He got a phone call. I heard his phone ring.
I can read it if you really want me to.
Yeah.
He says,
Yeah,
where did you get the
I just said I would DM with them. I wasn't, I wasn't trying to like be all like flirty about it, you know?
nickname Rim It Ralph?
Because I like to.
Oh,
Well, because I never denied enjoying.
Oh, I don't know where this sentence is gonna go. And I don't know if I like where this sentence is gonna go.
wow.
Women's buttholes. Well,
Okay. We're gonna yeah.
we'll step outside real quick, and
All right.
probably my favorite shoot would be the Montreal Screwjob, if that was a shoot. Now Kevin Nash swears it wasn't a shoot. There's a lot of other people, but the Booker Man comment from Brian Pillman was another awesome one. The Doug Gilbert moment in Memphis Wrestling was another awesome one. If you know that, that's
All
really
these are
deep
over my
cut.
head. I don't know that one.
Yeah. That's Memphis Wrestling, where you really like talk shit about Lawler in Memphis Wrestling. Doug Gilbert. So that would be another one. But I'll be back in like
All right.
2 minutes.
No problem. I'll do some more shout outs while you're gone. No problem at all. All right, so we got Han Solo 2069 with a $5 super chat. I've never donated to the channel before, but I do like this Ralph guy, and I hope that he sticks around. I don't know how many of you guys tonight will be serious or not, to be honest, but I appreciate you all being here. Thank you for supporting the show, trying something different, and hopefully, you guys like it. Melvin the Weed Wizard with a $5 super chat says, Phil, I haven't seen your stuff in a while, and I heard that you now have a wrestling show. I've been binge watching them. I'm glad to see you live. Well, welcome.
Okay.
Welcome
let's
to my
get
show
where
that has being
Let's get to
honest,
where this guy
I actually
decides
think
to come back.
a lot of people now are starting to feel like they want Cena to win, and we'll talk about that when we cover the pro.
I heard a phone ring or some kind of a ringtone. And then he started looking over and he was like, "Oh, I gotta go."
promo. Cool. The IC match at the end, I hope that Penta would win. Hopefully there's a rematch. NXT this week was great with 2 title defenses. Was it? I didn't see NXT this week. Says there was Stephanie Vac.
Yeah, this seems, I don't know. This guy just seems, I know in a room where DSP also is, I don't know. This guy's creepy. I don't know.
With the NXT Women's North American Championship and the NXT.
War Dog Leader, thanks for the $5. There's a vid out there of Ralph sticking his finger. Not gonna read the rest of that. Not joking.
Oh,
yeah.
sexy, by the way, Phil. I'm sorry.
I do not watch NXT because I don't know how.
Please, Phil.
Like I have all the on-demand services. Where do you watch it, Ethan? How do you see NXT?
Well, do you want a membership to Extreme Wrestling Torrents?
I don't know because I don't know if I can watch it on my phone.
Don't say that live on air, but it's an educational.
So that's how you watch it.
I have some very, very small, like a sliver of an idea, and I really don't think I want more than that.
See, I have all the services, and I have a VPN, but I don't know how. Like, I don't even know where the hell NXT is.
Like,
I have to figure it out.
I can just give you an invite. I've been a member for like 15 years. So.
Toby, thanks for becoming a member. I appreciate you.
Extreme Wrestling Torrents is how I watch wrestling. So, or live feeds and stuff like that. But that's how I watch now. I know fat ass probably is not too smart enough to do that. But yeah, I've been I've been a member of that site for literally 15 years. So.
I'll have to think about it, or at least maybe.
I can give you. Do you know how to use torrents?
Oh, I've used them, dude. I used torrents the day they came out. I got in trouble for using torrents in the 2000s. All right, I got cease and desist letters in the mail telling me to stop torrenting.
What I'm telling you.
What in the fuck is actually happening? Sage Kage, thanks for the 2, honey. These two together are a catastrophe. Lord have mercy. Oh man, this is
it's a private tracker, so they can't they can't
mess with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll look into it. We'll talk about it after the show.
Yeah, and also there was it Wendy Richter? That's another famous shoot where Vince screwed her out of the title. I don't know.
I guess these two are gonna just pretend that they like each other. I guess I don't know.
There's a lot of famous shoots. That's kind of like a whole show, honestly. If we want to go through famous shoots and Japan and Carl Gotch and stuff like that. Like, there's a lot of famous shoots if we really want to go through that.
Oh, sure.
From the little bit that I've heard, I am pretty sure, like you say, he has a much worse history and reputation than Phil. Yeah.
But But
by the way, there's a couple people who already are complimenting you tonight on saying that you're doing a good job, and they're like seeing you on the show.
I came here to do a real wrestling, like people.
So are we going to get into wrestling at some point? I mean, not that that's the highlight of why I'm here. This is really bad.
Phil, again, I never had any problems with you. I know we talked a little trash back and forth on Twitter, and you did your thing, and I said my thing on my show, but like it was set up by other people, right? Like, I really never had any beef with you at all. And so
VLX, thanks for the 2, honey. Remember, this is day 1. Triple P lasted 8 months. Yeah, but I don't know.
Like, it was like I said, I was gonna do a fuck DSP festival and all this, and it's like I don't even care. Like, it's not that you're.
No, this is what 20 years of alcoholism looks like. This is 20 years of addiction.
Not worth it. Like, you've been around long enough to do something like that. Like,
there's enough material to work with. I know. There's totally enough material.
I mean, I could do that, but like, I don't have that feeling in my heart for you. I've always felt like, and I've said this personally, not that I've never said anything negative about you at all, but like, I feel like you're really targeted in an unfair way, and haters can take this however they want, but it's like, and I know you haven't acknowledged this or whatever, but like, people literally like, hacking into your private records and stuff.
People
like
have
that,
done every
federal crime.
possible thing,
Like
thing possible to try to get to my stuff.
And most people who have sound mind know that even that is fucked up. Like, I'm happy that we have the bank leaks because it's good to know. It's good to have some proof of some of the fuckery that the guy did. I don't think that's right, though. Like, I don't condone who did it, but I'm not gonna not take a look at that information since we have that information available. You know what I mean? But no, don't go driving around this dude's house and, following him to the grocery store and, it being a fucking weirdo and all that kind of stuff. No.
Crimes they should be put in jail for. And then all the detractors say, oh,
Well, I think both gentlemen here right now have committed crimes they should be in jail for.
we don't support that, but we use that information. Well, you know what? You're full of shit. And all you people are hypocritical pieces of garbage. And you're trying to call out DSP for things that are way less worse than what you're up to yourself. So that's always been my position.
Maybe it's because what DSP does isn't as bad as the shit that you do, but I'm gonna need you to fucking speak for yourself. I've never assaulted anybody. In other words, I can't say on YouTube. I don't need another video to get age restricted. I already shot myself in the foot streaming the casino show with Gundam. I got fucking demonetized and age restricted and everything. So I'm not going to get into all of that. But bro, you don't fucking know any of us. I don't have a fucking laundry list of felonies under my belt, or misdemeanors for that matter, or anything. War Dog Leader, thanks for the 2, honey. Just shown in DMs he lied about cancer for pity.
Position, have I always agreed with you on everything? No, but like I don't like, I don't know. You always seem like a chill guy, and the more I watch your content the last couple weeks, because I knew we were gonna do this, right?
He seems super chill when he tells everyone that they're fucking retarded and they're poor and they're broke and they should give him money. Okay.
And maybe you're fooling me, maybe you're tricking me. I don't know, but like it's like
I'm not tricking anyone. I'm not
no,
tricking
but
anyone. I'm a transparent dude.
No,
what you see is
no,
what you
but
get
I'm
with
saying-
me, you know.
well, no,
I'm transparent until I tell you that I've been trying to snake you and I've been lying to you for 8 months.
no, I'm not dissing you, but I'm saying maybe he's pulling the con of all time, but like he actually seems to just want to do positive content about gaming and wrestling and a few other things. Like I mean, if he's tricking me, okay, but like
Well, with all due respect, you sound fairly easy to trick.
I have nothing to gain here other than trying to make a good show about wrestling and to do the collab, just me and you on the same screen is a big deal.
Wow, the both of you desperately need an ally, don't you? Like, this is where you are. You've both talked shit about the other person. And now here you are. This is
I'm not
sad.
even looking at attendance or anything, but I'm to understand that we have like record high attendance for this show and everything. Like people are going crazy. So well, I mean, of course.
Of course they are. Of course they are.
What's record high attendance for you? 108 people?
Because me and you are two fucking legends. We're two fucking kings, antediluvian kings, as Godwinson would say. And so, yeah. I mean, we could easily do this every week. Now, I don't want to put down any other co-host. Maybe they do it better. Maybe it goes better with them. Whatever. But it's WrestleMania season, so like
It's an exciting season to do this too. It really is an exciting season to have variety that's going on.
Yeah. So,
Speaking of what we're talking about, our next, we had a $20 tip, which is very generous. Thank you to this person. It's Quake4. This person says, Ralph is a bit of a controversial character. Are you considering any other individuals of this caliber? Do you have people lined up? I have 2 more hosts lined up, and I'm just going to put you this way, all right? I've tried to go.
Let me ask you this, Phil.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
It's Mersh and it's Beardson. Don't let him act like we don't know who it is. Kino leaked this like 2 fucking weeks ago.
Go ahead.
They said it was Mersh. First off, I know it's not Mersh because he told me it wasn't. And then unless he lied to me, like I mean, he could have lied to me. And then they said it was.
Oh, all these freaky fucking weirdos talk to each other too? Oh my God.
Beardson. That was what Fat Ass said. It was Mersh and Beardson is what he
Listen,
said.
you want to know the funniest part about all that? Like, I
No,
don't
tell
know.
me the truth. Tell me the
I,
truth.
I don't know Mersh at all. Like, the only reason I know of him because you had brought him up once. I was like,
brought him up.
I don't
I
even know.
brought him up because I was like, me and you and Mersh could like just
Yeah.
fucking just kill this whole game. Like,
And I was
yeah.
like, who's Mersh? I've never heard of this guy before. But somehow he's going to be the next host. I don't even know who he is.
Phil, don't say it like that. Mersh is a great guy. But
Oh,
like,
I'm not
you didn't
crapping
know-
on him. Listen.
No,
When I say that,
no,
that's
I
on
know, I
me
know,
because
I
I
know.
don't know shit about anyone on the internet. I literally just sit here
Yeah,
and do
yeah,
my thing every day. I don't pay attention to anyone. But it's hilarious that people try. Oh, it's gonna be this. It's gonna be this. I don't even know who you're talking about. You're so ridiculous. Yeah, you're psychic.
I'm going to give it to the top of the hour. So about 20 more minutes. And if this is what it is, I'm tapping out.
You
So
have the insider info, right? No, let me tell you this.
Michael, I don't blame you. A lot of other people might tap too. I don't even know what to do with this. I don't know which one of them is more gross. I don't know which one of them is more pathetic. I don't just want to hear these two sit here and fucking suck each other off and shit on Kino Casino. Not that I'm like in love with Kino Casino or anything, but it's like it's just very clear that no one else likes these two fucking losers and they're just trying to cling together for a little teeny tiny bit of clout.
No one knows who the next two hosts are on purpose. It's under wraps.
Is it Mersh or Beardson?
It's under wraps. Absolutely no one knows who the next two hosts are. That's all I'm going to say. No one actually knows. Okay.
So any predictions that have been made are wrong.
That, to my knowledge, yes. I don't think anyone has hit it on the head yet. Let me put it this way. I tried to cover all bases. You obviously are the big, super controversial guy.
And by the way, I want to apologize. And first off, I want to give you your props because, you know, I have a controversial life and, you know, things have happened and, you know, I could sit here and explain to you why all those things happened. And I don't think anybody cares.
Don't care. That's not the point of this show. This is not, oh, you're on my show. Let's have a drama segment about the host. That's not what this is, you know?
We're talking about wrestling, but like, you know, as far as having, you know, these other people on, like it's just foolish. They just made this stuff up out of thin air because
they pulled it out of their asses.
It's kayfabe. Like they
pulled it out like how everyone guessed you had a cat, but oh no, they were wrong.
Pulled it up. You know why they did that, right? Because Mersh is one of their targets and Beardson is one of their targets. And so they pulled that out of their ass. And,
well, it kind of sounds like you're one of their targets, and I can see why. Jesus Christ.
And so
they want to make it all about them, like because it's people they talk about, like that's who I'm going to pick, but it's not. You know what I mean? It's just not. They don't know what they're talking about.
I do want to apologize because I messaged you and not to criticize you, but you know, you have a busy day, so do I, right?
Yeah.
And so we don't always get back to each other on DMs. And I said, hey, okay, we're good, right? And I'm gonna start.
Oh, this stream won't get demonetized because I knew better. I didn't even hit the monetize button. That's I don't care.
Promoting the show, of course, right? And I didn't realize that you were like saving the.
Yeah,
reveal.
it's all right. It's all right. It was a little bit of a miscommunication at the beginning, but it's all good.
No, I want to.
DSP Gaming, thank you for the 2. At this point, DSP will have EDP as a host. Oh my goodness.
Apologize here on the air because I didn't realize you were saving the reveal for the air. And I said, hey, I'm going to start, you know, promoting ASAP, which meant, you know, that day basically. But I don't think I made that clear enough. And so I apologize if I spoiled any reveals or anything like that.
It's all good. It's all good. No problem.
30,000 views on.
Are we going to actually get to like an actual show?
You have to put a great animal, especially a horse, a regal animal down. Anytime you have to do that, you know, it's a sad thing. But when you have to actually, you know, put a Ruffian. Do you know Ruffian? Anytime you have to, you know, just
Philipper, I think, is realizing that he's getting more than he asked for.
Actually put them down. It's a sad thing. So, yeah, I did have a horse at one point. Yeah.
We got GG Evan 317 with a $5 super chat, but he's starting to talk about Chris Benoit, and sadly, I hate to say it, probably too hot of a topic for YouTube. If we were on Kick, just on Kick, I'd probably talk about Chris Benoit all day, but God forbid that we talk about Chris Benoit on YouTube and someone reports the show, and so I got to tiptoe away from that one. We do have a couple contributions over on Kick as well. So
he's just gonna read his money all night.
We actually make the $100 already for the cars.
We've exceeded
Are you serious?
it. We've exceeded it. We
Are
have.
you fucking serious?
Of course.
Okay. All right. I want to say. Okay. All right. Let's go.
We've got Real John Potter who gifted a sub over on Kick. Thank you, Real John Potter. And we have a little bit.
As opposed to fake John Potter, I guess. Brandon, thanks for the 2, honey. Sounds like they're both drunk. I don't necessarily know about Philifer, but this dude fucking sucks. Yep, everyone who's tapping out because this sucks or you want to go, I know some other people might be, streaming it or whatever. By all means, don't feel like you got to hang. Like I say, I think here at the top of the hour, I think I'm going to go too because this blows. This is a train wreck, but not quite the train wreck. I didn't know the dude was going to basically tranquilize himself so that he wouldn't have any personality. Like, yeah, Xanax to the rescue. So, Plush, thanks for the 5, honey. At this point, there should be the same people auditioning for American Idol from prison.
Who also gifted a sub over on Kick. So we got
little
the 2
bit
gifted
shout
subs.
out. I know that person. Anyway,
cool.
I don't know. I know real.
Snood Nindra tapped out too.
John
You can't. What do you do with this? I don't blame him.
The real one, but anyway, go ahead. Yeah.
So Real John Potter would be the first person. So let's get that up.
Would be the owner of Kiwi Farms, actually. Who's that? That's who that is, actually. But
okay. All right. So we got that, and we got Ethan with a $2 super chat, and I believe that they're trying to impersonate you, so I'm not going to read that one. But
it was either trank or drank. I mean, maybe a little bit of both. I don't know how these guys like to get down.
Thanks for the $2, regardless.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you, Matt. Look, dude, I'm just here trying to talk wrestling and have fun. Honestly,
that's right.
So,
all right. So guess what? We've already hit the first tier goal. Remember, every $100, I told you guys I would unpack a pack of cards, and we're going to do it right now. Our first pack. I'm just going to reach into the box randomly. All right, I'm going to grab just any old pack. We'll grab this one right here.
You know we have 2,500 people watching just on your channel.
No, I didn't know that.
And I know there's another channel.
That can't be right. Did he get view botted? That can't be right.
That's like just DSP Pure or whatever.
Yeah, they steal all my shit. They illegally rebroadcast my shit every day.
They steal your shit. So there's probably like 5,000 people watching this right now.
I'm sure. Here we go. So here we go. Here's our first pack of cards for tonight. We're going to see what we got in this Topps Chrome, and I'm probably going to have to auto-adjust the focus because this camera doesn't autofocus very well. But let's see what we got. 7 cards? No, 4 cards in each pack. 4 cards in each pack. Will we get a pull? Because there is a rare card somewhere in this box. I don't know where, but there is a rare card in the box. Here, let me get the...
Yeah, he must have got view-botted.
Focus to actually do it correctly so everyone can see this, including you, Ralph. You should be able to see it, too.
Yeah, I should. Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Cool. All right. So we got a manual focus here. All right. Let's see if this worked. It's going to be blurry, but I'm going to bring the card up to the camera and everyone should be able to see it. All right,
the cards are awesome, by the way. I like.
Oh, for God's sake. You know what? I gotta tap. I gotta tap out on this. Oh my God. This sucks. This is terrible. I know I'm a terrible, streamer and a terrible host, but this is bad, y'all. This is like really fucking bad. It's like being view botted, not surprised given what we've seen. The numbers won't stay at that level. I just want to see Ralph tank the whole thing. He absolutely is. So if you guys want to go and watch at Raw Phil, it sounds like Detractor Beam. They might be watching something different, but if you want to go chill with those guys, if they're still live or whatever, but nope, I'm not subjecting myself to any more of this. This is the kind of shit where these two motherfuckers are so brain dead. There's no pulse. You can't do anything with this, and yeah, I just I can't do it. But hey, we saw what it was, so viewing two pigs can only be so interesting. It is. It is. Philipper isn't going to be doing anything. I'm sure he'll make a lot of money though, so he'll be happy. Which I mean, that's fine. You know, it is what it is. Philipper won't be back till Sunday. I can't promise that I will stream anything tomorrow or Saturday, but maybe I'll hop on and we can watch like some old clips or something like that. But I will be back Sunday for sure. So thanks to everybody who came and hung out for a little while. Oh, for God's sake, go do something else with your evening. Go do something else, anything else. I appreciate everyone hanging out. I invite you to sub to the channel if you don't want to. Totally cool. I'm not your mom. I can't tell you what to do. This has been real. It's been fun, but it ain't been real fun. So I hope to see you next time.